Let me get that past life. Woo-wee. It was a really, really difficult night to sleep with so much coldness. This apartment is made with zero is has been constructed with zero actual real give me the past life cards. I'm gonna try to work on the templates. Um any kind of real what you wanna call. And is there any other chargers anywhere near? Anywhere near? Anywhere near? Doesn't have any real installation. Thank you. No real installation. No, not install. Insulation. 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 That's what I'm trying to say. So this has come out twice. Oh, now the phone's dead. This has come up twice. What the hell is this? Now they're trying to put me in everybody else's shit. This has come up twice on the X Spirit app. So I want to go ahead and get into it. And overall goal is to create a template. Learn while we go. Boo, you know the other ones that are good for it too is those Akashic ones or whatever is it called. No, not Akashic. What are they called right there? That big box right there on the end. That big box right there on the end is a good deck as well. So this is the little box that I have. Uncover your past lives oracle, and it's kind of difficult to shuffle. So I've done these in the past of trying to figure out a template, but I've never really did it in such a way to where I felt really good. And okay, cool. This is a really good. And I also have some oracles that I created. I don't know where they are. More than likely they're in a box. Okay. And this came out twice since I've been hitting that X Spirit app. The random app. So that's what I'm gonna be doing here. Trying to create a template to read from. So it's just like with my Kippers. I call it the jump off card and I go from there. So I don't have any idea how this is going to go down. I will be creating this template. Let me get my paper together. Audrey, did you hear me, my love? Did you hear me, my love? If you can give me give me those cards over there. They may also help. I think I could also use my archetype if possible. I'm not sure. Yeah, that big white box here on the end. Big white box on the end right there. Me and my baby just had lunch together, so I feel better. Had some salmon. Yes, this is fine. So I got the archetypes here. I have this past life oracle, which is one of my first ones that I got. And then I have the uncover your past lives. So how about that? I think that's a pretty good look. And then we do have the other archetype that we're going to put up here too. That's going to be good for a thumbnail. Let me get it, let me get it, let me get it, let me get it. We trying to figure this out. Because I've always wanted to know about past lives. Okay? All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So I think that'll be the picture. That'll be a good picture right there. I'll put that on the side of the thumbnail. Let me get a picture right quick. So this will be me trying to figure this out. Or should we go here with it? Should we go here with it? I was liking it the other way. Well, mm, 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 mm. And honestly speaking, just because this one's smaller, this could work. Kipper could work as well. Okay, now I can't see that life. Okay, perfect picture. Perfect picture. Okay, cool beans. Got a picture for the thumbnail. So this could actually work. Using a Kipper could work as well. We will see. Now this does have like a little book in here, I think. But what I like to do is, first and foremost, I feel better that my legs don't hurt, my bones and stuff don't hurt. Because it was scary. My body was hurting. And the pain. So what I would like to do is, this is what I've done in the past, to see which cards come out repetitively, right? All right? So I'll call this the dominant cards. Okay? And this will be from the past life oracles. Okay? So what are your dominant cards? So that's one of the columns. Okay. And then we'll list them from this particular oracle, and then we can list them from that oracle. Yeah. Okay, so that's cool. Let's see. Let's get started. We're not going to really try to divine or determine what it's actually trying to tell us, but we will just use discernment and use discernment of what our soul is telling us. Okay, what does our soul tell us? You know, how is it connecting? Okay, so let's go. I call in the elements of fire for love's compassion, water for the souls. All my stuff is new, y'all. So it still be stiff, especially if I don't work with them a lot. I call the element of fire for love's compassion, water for the soul's purification, air for the flow of communication, and earth. Wait, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know if I said that right. I call in the elements of fire for love's compassion, water for the soul's purification, air for the flow of communications, and earth to ground me in the healing protections and provisions of my ancestors, my guardian angels, the cosmic elders, and the divine feminine spirit that created us all. I'm calling the councils of the highest white light to show me what I need to see. Make it crystal clear in Christ consciousness, Jesus' name, also known as Yeshua. Okay, let's go. Let's see. I want to just see what jumps out. Yeah, so all my cards are new. Okay. Okay, wow. Form. Does that feel foreign to me? No, because I definitely admire those that are nicely living off the land. So that's not unusual, unusual, or abnormal to me. So form came out. And what you may not know is that I've done this so many times. When I first got these cards and I felt so compelled to work with them, and some of the same cards always did come out. I do the same technique. The arts. I do the same exact technique. Okay? And you guys know my number is 7. So 7 cards. So forming, Living off the land, the arts, music, art. Okay? Now, the living off the land part has not happened in this lifetime. Love life. Wow. Love life. Okay? The love life. So, what I'm doing is, here's the question, what from a past life is affecting the current? That's the goal. What occurred in, oh my gosh, I can't write, in a past life that directly affects this one? That's the goal of this. What occurred in a past life that directly affects this one? A love life situation. Now, what really piques my interest is to literally find out, like, my actual identity. Asia. My actual identity. You know what I'm saying? Ancestors. Okay. Bloodline. Asia. That has come up for me before. All right, this is the 5th card. Show me, Spirit. Let me feel the power. Show me. Oh, there we go. Forgiveness. Oh, yes. In this lifetime, yes, child. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Oh, yes. That's 3, 4, 5. The 6th card. Forgiveness. And then you see how I'm always using the doves. I always use the 3 white doves. Okay, so we're going to do this several times. At least 3. Not several, 3. Imprisonment or slavery. Look what the fuck I'm going through right now. Okay? Some kind of way, something wants to trap me. Okay? Oh my gosh. You can't make this shit up. If you tried. All right, let's get our 7th card. The goal is that once I do it again for the 2nd round, if these come out again, I'll just put a number by them, right? You know, the little slots. Boom, 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 like that. To see which dominated. That's the goal. Monk or nun? I'm not shocked. These same ones come out for me. Makes sense why I really don't be liking to deal with people. Really and truly, like, want peace, want to be, you know, living close to nature. 4, 5, 6, 7. It makes so much sense. Okay, so now let's go ahead and put them back. So what we had was farm. We had the arts. The love life is affecting this life. Asia is something with my bloodline lineage. Forgiveness. And because I was imprisoned or made to be a slave in some sort of way. And then I went into the ministry. A monk or a nun. Makes perfect sense. Okay, the arts could also be the occultic arts. Witchcraft. Ritualistic practices. You know, whatever you want to goddamn call it. All right? So some type of strong faith or religion or practice, spiritual practice was right there as you saw. Whew. Praise be, we made it through. Bless everybody that was going through this massive cold and their housing situation wasn't as adequate as it could be. That they made it through, them and their family, them and their pets. Angels. Told y'all my angels. Angels. That's why they're hanging on my neck. That's why they're hanging on my neck. My angels. Okay? They know I love them so much. My angels. So we're going to add that. As you can see how I'm doing it. We're going to add it. Greco-Roman? Is that like biblical times? I don't know. Now that's way back, right? Who would I have been in those times? Wow, my soul is, I don't connect with that imprint. But looking at this, like, you know, the Most High shining down like that, yeah, I do feel real Clash of the Titans when I look at that. So that's why you hear me say cosmic elders. Elders. Transportation. Traveling. See, it's talking about that right now. Traveling. This keeps on coming up. Traveling. And this has been so depressing not to be able to drive. Karmic relationship. You can't make it up if you tried. Karmic relationship. Child. Whew, I'll tell you what. Love life was already there, was it not? And it was karmic. And then I told you that I've always felt like that, you know, you see how this man is like, he's in war. He's going, you know, he's got to be deployed out. He stayed away from me a lot. It's giving me, you know, when I watched the movie Chattahoochee, you know, and the sex life wasn't there, and he had mental issues, you know, post-traumatic stress disorder, and he drank a lot, and he was always, see, Celtic. And he was a, you know, a wandering man. You know what I'm talking about? This is the type of man that I've attracted, okay? We gonna try to see if we can't get this together. 3, 4, 5. Now these are all different. Isn't that wild? But not shocking to me because they've come out before when I've done this. That's why I said we're gonna go with 3 pulls. I mean, maybe we have to go with 7. I don't know. Wars and battles. 3, 5, 6. Wars and battles. That makes sense. If my husband was in the war, that makes sense. Wars and battles. Okay, we're going to see. We working this out, y'all. I have no idea how to go about this. I'm just being led. 3, 4, 5. That's 6. One more. Atlantis. All right, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Atlantis. Okay. This does have a guidebook that tell you what these cards are talking about. Here we go again. This is the 3rd one. I hope I get some hits. Y'all. So let's hope for some hits because everything has been different. That's been coming out. Let's get some hits. Because I really want to heal my love life. I want to heal my, you know, I want to heal whatever this is, you know, really, truly before I leave out of this body. Child, I need to heal it. I need to feel healed, okay? I need to feel wholeness. I need to feel a sense of unity within myself, my higher self, my lower self. I need this. I need my feminine and my masculine to come together in a holy matrimony within my own being. Food and hunger. Wow. So that makes sense with the farming. That how I always want to feed people, you know, with whatever I grew in my garden or my farm. I always made sure that I gave back to people. Hi, are you? Thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome to my very eclectic channel. Okay. Here we go. What do we have? Wars and battles. Okay, guys, we got a hit. We got a hit. Wars and battles. We got a hit. So it would honestly be what? 2, right? Because it already came out. Okay, twice. Wars and battles. I want to know, guys, because I need to know. Like, I need to know. And it's because, you know, I know they send people my way to try to infiltrate and do weirdo ass shit. And my energy reading skills of scanning people and detecting if they're there as an agent or they really have been divinely sent. Finances. Look what your girl going through right now. See what I'm saying? And it came right under food and hunger. It makes sense why I feel the way I feel about money and in this world and how people are hungry. And I mean, just think about the freeze here in Texas. I'm in Houston, Texas, and how it, I don't know if that happened here in Houston, but how, you know, a lot of these people are doing content showing people going to buy all this stuff. Like, dude, I told my daughter, Native American, I told my daughter, like, what's the purpose in that? If things are going to be frozen, what the freak? Like, I mean, do you live in a farm-like house that has, like, you know, the old school stove just so in case, and then you have your other type of stove, like, to where you're like, okay, well, we got big ass generators to keep the house going, and then I got the other stove that I can cook. I put some wood in it. Like, make it make sense. Like, I'm trying to think in my mind, like, where do you live that you need to come to the grocery store and buy all these type of things to store up in your house? I think it was staged. I think that they literally had people in certain areas go out and buy all this shit by even giving them the money and say, hey, just go buy a lot of it. A lot of things, a lot of these stores probably went and bought it all up from the store to put it in their store. Think about it. When they keep showing that this man had all this milk, like, what are you gonna do with it? If you live off of farmland, you got a cow. You don't need to put it in the freezer. You don't put the cow in the freezer and then defrost the milk. Okay, I'm just saying. So, a lot of this media stuff, the way that they present things is to cause mayhem and melee and pandemonium like that. It's all, I mean, you got to understand the media is bought and paid for. Okay? Okay, the lady was just on there talking about, oh, tonight it's gonna get this here cold. Okay, it's been what, 30 all day? Let me look at my phone. It's been 30 all day. I told my daughter, you know, normally because we living in this moldy ass apartment, we'll pop the windows up, but I've been so terrified of her doing that. 37 degrees. I've been so terrified of her actually popping the window up. Normally we definitely keep it up in the living room because this apartment does not have really good insulation. Like, they didn't do any proper installations and stuff. And there's a huge ass crack at the window over here. Okay. And the draft was out of control. So I took this this towel right there, guys. Y'all might can see it. And I know it's not very long, but I took that towel and put it right there because it's a huge ass fucking crack. You might can see it. Y'all see that shit? Yeah. Absolutely. So you can imagine the water damage. So we're living in a water damaged building, and our unit has been told to say that it has lots of mold in it, and they forced us to still be living here, by way of all the shit that you see me disclosing on the videos. Go watch the third part that went up, and then I got to continue. There was another conversation that happened after that. So, anywho, what was I getting at? Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? But it makes sense why I am in this lifetime based on what's going on. And some of the things that are going to come out is going to prove to me that, this is who I am. This is this is written in my soul. This is a part of my Akashic records, baby. Like, this is what I was going to be doing every lifetime. But I really want to heal my love life. I really do. I really, really do, because I'm really kind of feeling some kind of way about this whole love life thing. I really am. I'm really feeling some kind of way. So it makes sense when I seen the monk or the nun. The nun's supposed to not be getting none. You know what I'm saying? Nuns don't get none, all right? So, makes sense. And I don't be getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, never did, really, in my entire life. Because it was like, anyway, you're not worthy. And you know what I'm saying? So, it's crazy that that nun card came out. Because, I've been told that I use my sex, my particular... as a weapon. Like, are you serious, dude? Are you fucking serious? Do you not know what I wanted to do with you if you showed up in some form of maturity and some form of, like, you really give a fuck about me? Do you not realize, and my daughter, because when I met him I had my daughter, do you not realize how I would have loved your ass down? You missed out. Don't try to flip the script and make it look like I missed out on a goddamn thing. You missed out. So if that's what you're mad about, please figure out a way to maturely articulate that, or stop sending me telepathic messages. Stop thinking about me. Don't look at my pictures. Don't do any of that shit. So I'm really feeling some kind of way about love. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So ultimately, that's what this is for me. And however I go about doing it, set it up, and how it can heal others. I'm always here to share, because I do care about humanity. I care about humanity. I do. Angels came out again. Y'all look. Angels came out again, child. I do care about humanity. So that's 2 right there. I do. Although humanity can be fucking assholes. Okay, so that's 2 right there for angels. Okay, now what's this one? Atlantis. That's 2 for Atlantis. All right, Atlantis, that's 2. 3, 6, this is a 7 card. We'll start again. Monk or nun. I was just talking about that. Where the monk or nun at? Oh, right here. So that's 2 for monk or nun. So let's keep going until we get one that has 5. Until we get 1, 2, or 3 that got 5. Okay. I'm looking for like at least 3 to give me some kind of a 2, 4, 6, 7. Some type of a stepping stones to see what happened in the past life, child. Ooh, child. See, just talking about that got me all off track. Praise be to the Most High. We still keeping this healing train going, baby. Jump on the board. People, please go get your books. Go get your Cards of Destiny book. Go get your Cards of Destiny book. Okay, Amazon. I also seen it at Target. I also seen it at Walmart. Okay, not actually physically seen it, but you type it in, it came up at those stores. And the Love Cards book. But primarily, if you just got it, you kind of strapped, get this one. I wouldn't mind once we start getting into the course of the Cards of Destiny, to actually just, help whoever out with the Love Cards information. Okay, because the Love Cards is talking about your love life. And my daughter was the one that put all these tabs in here and delved deep into it. And I guess it was good for her to go about doing it, because she's only had like maybe one real relationship, and she's 30 years old. So she'd have been more objective in looking at this. I probably would have been biased in some kind of way, shape, or form, or off track. But the Cards of Destiny is the book you need to get first, guys. I will be starting to launch these classes. And they will be live streamed, so anybody can tap in. Okay, beloved? Healing is how we show community love. Thank you, beloved. That's a really good concept. Thank you. Thank you. Because, each one teach one how to heal. Okay? Every person that heals, and then you show your how you did it, or even just help someone along the way. I would love to get to the point where, Like I said, my daughter, she's really busy with, she's the only one that's working in the house. I've been fighting against the government for my disability. I just put up a short. My daughter found it. She sent it to me. I just put up a short of this man that's in, um, right here in Houston, this chiropractor, who's talking about what be going on with the spinal cord. And what was shocking to me is that he literally said he can do x-rays to see what's going on with my spine, but for some reason they keep forcing me to have to do an MRI, that they keep claiming I'm too fat and too big to even fit in one. Like, this is what the fuck has been going on with me, dog. I mean, like, what, seriously? Like, this is what's been going on with me. Like, dog, are you real? Are you serious? Like, I gotta start speaking ebonics sometimes to just diffuse this shit, to this diffuse it within me personally, you know. And I'm just so grateful. Like, every time I get overwhelmed by this paralysis that I've been experiencing in my spinal cord, um, and how it affects my lower half, and how last night, although it was freezing cold in this apartment, not freezing cold, I'm exaggerating, but because of my conditions, I felt scared about the cold actually really getting in too strong, but I could tell the temperature outside. This apartment is really like a steel cage. So if it's super hot, and mind you, the nastiness is coming through the air conditioning. Okay. So we'd have to turn the AC down to like 70, sometimes 69. We got to tweak it. And you know, with these digital meters they have now, digital thermostats or whatever they have now, to get it to start cooling every area of the apartment. And the humidity in the apartment is out of control. So with that being said, right before this freeze came through, the humidity weirdness that was outside made the apartment feel extra like humid. But me and my daughter refused to put on that air conditioner, so we always have the windows popped, you know, open with fans. So she wanted to come and do it again because the sun was out, it was beautiful. I was like, no, 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 no. I was all nervous, like, no, 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 because last night she had the window cracked in the living room, and the chill just ran up in here, hit me in my spinal cord. And I was like, oh, can you just imagine if you have a toothache? If anybody has ever had a toothache and that cold air hits your jaw, hit your, oh my gosh. That's what I was feeling in my spinal cord. And it was like coming up my shoulders, and oh my God. It was like somebody took some ice, and was just kept repeatedly rubbing it up my spine, like rubbing it up my back, like the chill. And it was scary because it took a while for that to go away. And but I could still tell it was too cold in here because, like I said, it's weird because my nasal was like cold. Every time I would breathe in, my nasal passages was super cold. And I got nervous, like, oh God, what's going on? And I was scared to turn on that heater, which is gonna blow all the moldy shit right on into our face. With heat, we'd have been sick up in here. And I express this the way I do because they moved us into this unit, alleging it to be safer than the one we were in. This is the same complex, and it's the same exact fucking problem. And in the other unit I was in, I got so viciously sick. I mean, rushed to the hospital, ER, throw. I could have actually choked in my sleep. I went into this deep ass sleep. And my daughter was in there with me because I was scared to be in the room by myself. And I said, Pooh, I need you to come get in my bed with me. And I started throwing up while I was asleep. And it was coming back in my nose and shit. That was the scariest shit ever. And then I had a fever of 104 that rushed me to the hospital. Didn't do a motherfucking thing for me while I was in there. But finally, when I started like hitting the button a lot of times, they just left me in the room. I let it be known, hey, what am I in here for? What are y'all doing? And my daughter was on the phone the whole time. You know, that was the longest goddamn call ever because she was still on the phone the whole time. I had my phone on speaker, um, and inside of my backpack that was on at the foot of the bed. So she was hearing everything that was going on, and she was like, "Yeah, Mama, I noticed there was nothing going on while you was at the hospital. I heard you in the ambulance and everything." No, it was actually, oh my God, I'm telling the story so fucking wrong. I was on, y'all, this is story time right quick. I was on the phone with my ex-husband. This is when I found out that that other apartment in the back that we were in had mold really bad. Okay, they did the same type of a inspection with mold inspection sciences, and all this is on my channel. And he kept begging me to come to his apartment, and just so I could recoup because I started getting sick, but it wasn't that bad. It was like I'm catching a cold or the flu, but I didn't really know, like, is this the cold or the flu? What's going on? He's like, why don't you come over? My ex-husband was just kept begging me to come over just to spend time. And nigga, we are separated. I don't want to spend no time with you. Like, what are you talking about? Well, I want you to see my apartment. It's like any other apartment. So what? But anyway, I was on the phone with him. And that's when the ambulance came. The EMT people got there. And I mean, I had just threw up everywhere. My daughter had rushed to like get me cleaned up and stuff, and I was all disoriented. And we had the heater on. My point to say this is that we had that heater on, okay? And it's hot, it's a certain temperature of heat, as well as the mold. Yeah, I got real fucking sick. I got so sick. So last night when it felt like it did, I got nervous as fuck because my condition is way worse than it used to be. It started in that apartment in the back, 1904, unit 1904. It's gotten worse, But anyway, that's short. Y'all, I be sounding like I'm all over the place because as soon as I get upset, I can feel the nerve in my spine start tingling. It starts like doing this little weird shit. It starts doing this like little like it starts getting activated. It's the weirdest shit. You never really realize how your body is so intricately and beautifully designed until one thing is messed up and then mess that up and that's messed up and that's messed up. It's crazy. This is the spinal cord. This is the central nervous system. So I got really nervous. And then me reading about them telling you what happens with the mold and how it can affect your skin and how my skin is looking all ugly and turning all weird, and just for these people to keep lying to me, telling me they can't really tell what's going on in my spine based on the x-rays that they took. Does that not sound like you either lying or you not taking the right version of an x-ray, or maybe it should be a CT? I don't know. But to hear this chiropractor talk about a jelly donut and how our, spinal cord fluid, and basically that was a very good demonstration. And he was talking about a non-invasive surgery. And the last time I went to the ER, which was just recently ago, before Christmas, and the girl was like, yeah, you're probably going to need to get surgery or whatever. But I'm like, how the fuck are you going to slide over here and tell me I might need to get surgery when I didn't even get seen right now at the ER? I didn't even get, y'all don't even understand. I don't know how I will ever be able to articulate this. Maybe when I'm not in massive fucking pain, or when my pain is like giving me, because I did partake in my CBD. Let's just say that because I woke up extremely depressed. Uh, I was wanting to get the fresh air in. Again, I just told you I was afraid to do that because it would get too cold in here too fast. That little heater is not going to work that good because we already tried it last night. And then we would have to turn on that damn central AC heater. And then that same shit's going to be breathed in. And I couldn't breathe all night because the window was down. I'm not really getting no airflow. And my body was all feeling all blowed up and gaseous. And I didn't sleep well. So I partook in my CBD. And it's what's numbing me. That's my point. It's what's numbing. It's kind of like a numb thing going on. But for this man to say he's gonna take all the X-rays, I'm like, wow. And can you just imagine my rheumatologist never, ever, 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 ever one time referred to what she saw on my X-rays that were already done. Never one time. And thought that I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that you never talk about. You're supposed to be dealing with the bones and stuff, the joints, but you never talk about my X-rays. And you never ask for me to get more X-rays. This shit is crazy, y'all. This shit is crazy. It's just like they raised up all this attention to make people scared as fuck. And then people are going to the stores, rummaging, ravishing every damn thing. I feel like a lot of those people were paid. I really do feel like they were paid. Like they were part of some type of a what I'm seeing in my mind's eye here is that they were like part of some type of a survey, and that when these people came out, or either the how, oh, it's so much coming in, y'all. Please forgive me. How many people can be hired to, if in an event, go rush out to the store? They've been given the money to rush out to the store and buy all these certain items. Think about it. They only are supposed to buy certain items. Because like I told my daughter, if it's literally going to be, and I'm talking about Houston, Texas. I don't know about everywhere else, but I'm in Texas and I'm in Houston. What the fuck are you going to do if your house is frozen? Like, how are you going to cook the meat? Who's going to be making cereal or oatmeal or coffee with all things you can use milk for, and the milk is frozen solid? That doesn't make any kind of a God sense. See, that's what I live with. God sense, not common. Because God sense is very uncommon for people to activate and use it. So when you see all that type of hoopla going on, you know what you physically dealing with in your own body. And then my heart always goes out to those other people in this city and around the world that would be affected by this, that don't have adequate housing, proper insulation, housing, certain things in place that can probably sustain them until they was going to expire because the snow is this much. And then they do things like put in shorts where people are playing in the snow. That is like, oh my gosh, it is so much mental fucking warfare on humanity. I mean, it is psychological fucking warfare. I'm sitting up here looking at this short. If I can find it, guys, I'll get it. And I'm not going to put it on my channel because it's tainted, okay? Only thing come on my channel is shit that's funny as fuck. As far as a short goes, or is it personal to this channel. Other than that, I'm not putting shit on that because that's ridiculous. These people were literally jumping out the window and had snow all the fucking way up to here. Let's say they're in a 6-story, 7-story building, type apartment building, and then the snow is all the way up to the 4th, 5th floor, and they jumping from the 6th floor to the inside the snow. Who the fuck is doing that? I'm sure somebody crazy around the world could do that. That's not far-fetched. But to put that out right when all this is fixing to go on, do you see the fuckery? Do you see the mind fuckery? So for me to see that chiropractic video and knowing that my rheumatologist never spoke about my x-rays and never, ever, ever, ever talked about me getting an MRI until I kept pushing it. Okay? And because I'm pushing it, because the first rheumatologist said I need to get an MRI for my sciatica and my lower spinal, they saying it's nerve root compression disorder. But this rheumatologist that I did sign up with and we seem to be working and gelling together did not say that at all. She kept pushing a fucking pill on me. Like, take this pill. Take this pill. Just take one of them. No, you don't have to take both. Just take, I'm taking none. How about that? Since I started seeing you and I listened to my higher self that says, don't take that shit. And I listened and I'm still dealing with the same things, but they've gotten worse because you are just so hell-bent on pushing a fucking pill down my throat, saying that that's going to heal my spine. And when I counterattacked that day, that last telehealth we did, she just, it's like, if you can imagine somebody being on the stage and just drop the mic and just walk off, that's what it was like. Because we were on the telehealth, visual, audio, video type shit. And how her face just like, because she kept pushing the pill. And I said, I researched this pill. A lot of people said they had a massive rash broke out on their whole entire body. And I feel like if I take that with my skin already being attacked like it is, that will just like, that's just not wise. Why would I think that I'm invincible, but all these people, it's an app called Ax Patient RX, I think, Ax Patient RX. And you can put your own pill in there, prescription and see what everybody else that has gotten prescribed either that same milligram, lesser or more, says happened to them. And these are people that are younger, older. They put their age, and also some people put their ailments on what they went to the doctor for while they were prescribed said drug and tell you everything that happened to them. So that's what I do. Every time I'm given a new drug, I go on there and look and see what people are saying it'll do to you. So I never took the drug because it said it'll make you break out a massive rash. And I presented to her office with these discoid lupus lesions on my skin. Right? I start documenting them. I let her know I'm living in mold. I gave her the actual mold report. And she literally wrote it into her case notes or whatever. She wrote it into that. Matter of fact, it was a part of my disability denial because they claimed they had no MRI documentation to prove the severity of my spinal cord injury. Yep, indeed. Yep, indeed. Yep, indeed. So, yeah. Telling you, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. So fucking annoying. So fucking annoying. I know I be all over the place when I be talking about that health shit, but that's exactly how it makes me feel. All over the place. All over the fucking place. And of course, it's starting to get darker faster, so you gotta be mindful of that as well. Male, female. Yes, so that makes sense that probably in a past life, I was a man. I feel like in more than not, I was masculine. So this card has come out before. So I've changed sexes. I've changed sexes before in a past life. Ooh, y'all, that's so annoying. See, it's still warm in here. And that's exactly what I wanted to stay like because I was scared of the nighttime creeping in real quick like it's been doing. And then this apartment, uninsulated as it is, all fucked up built as it was, starts creeping in that cold. Wars and Battles is here again. Wars and Battles. Damn, that's the third one for Wars and Battles. Wow. 611 on the clock. This deck is by Doreen Virtue. This deck is by Doreen Virtue, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they just don't say who's the author. Yeah, it don't tell you. Now I'm itching because I was talking about a damn rash. It don't tell you who it is. Native American is here again. So 2 for monk and nuns, 2 for angels, 3 for wars and battle, 2 for Atlantis, 2 for Native American. Wow. How interesting. I mean, do you really think that we just come to Earth, and then we just, this one time, one body, we die, we go away, and we were never meant to reincarnate? I don't believe in it. I believe that we reincarnate. Love Life. So Love Life is here twice. Love Life came out again. I hate that when I talk about this shit and I be all over the place. Biblical. That's how it makes me feel. Biblical is here. Farm only came out once. Orphan. Yeah. So I had parent issues in another life. I had parent issues in another life. Atlantis again. We got 3 Atlantis and 3 battles and wars. Wow. Angels is here again. 3 for angels. Well, welcome, angels. You guys are always welcome here. Orphan came out again. I wish they would have made this deck with female or male and not just a male-female card. Imprisonment and slavery. So that's 2 for them right here. Like being in the Underground Railroad, I was a slave. Ships. Look. Imprisonment of slavery. Underground. And I remember Michael saying to me, yeah, we're like 2 ships passing in the night. It's crazy he said that. Imprisonment. No, we're supposed to be doing ships, right? Yeah, I just did that. Oh, well, I put the 1 there already. Guess I could have put the 1 on all of them. Wisdom. I like to see that. You gotta be wise, baby. Might as well just put 1 by all of them. The unicorn. Wait, what's that one? Wisdom. Oh, yeah. I do have a thing for unicorns, though. Father. Yep, I had a father issue this lifetime. Makes sense. With that orphan card, that makes sense. All right. Let's just do 10, 10. Let's just do 10. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, start 10 on this one. 3. Yeah, start 10 on this one. I need to get at least 3 5 pieces. 3 with 5 count. 5 marks. So let's go to 10. Wisdom is here again. These cards really make my hands tired because they're so thick and wide. Scribe or writer. I can see that. Back in slavery days, I was the one that could read Karmic relationship is here again, child. Monk or Nun is here again. We got 3 for the Monk or Nun. Praise be to the Most High. Atlantis and angels. Angels got 4. Atlantis got 4. Wow. Angels and Atlantis, child? What was going on with me in a previous life? So why am I afraid of water now? Like, why do I not like deep water? Atlantis always indicates, like, what, wasn't it? Is that, I don't know. We gonna research. Spirituality and religion. Okay. Am I shocked by that? Nope. Now, to me, I feel like some of these cards could have been, you know, replaced with something altogether different. So it kind of always feel like to me like they ran out of like stuff to like try to channel in about a past life. So that's where those little round ones gonna come in handy. Medicine man or woman. Now that would be like with Native American, right? So I think that's kind of like redundant in a way. But not really. You know what I'm saying? So part of some type of indigenous tribe. I can totally see that. 3, 4. Okay, 2 more. We're going to do 10 now, y'all. Trying to increase the probability of something being more dominant. Communal living. Communal living. Yeah, it's been very difficult to not have a community. For me, it's been very difficult to not feel like I have a soul tribe, you know, because that's what I thrive in. So, all the stuff I'm going through makes sense. Just seeing some of these cards again, it's triggering that. Lessons and blessings. Okay. Lessons and blessings? All right, so that was a 10 run. That was a 10 run. Put them back. I need at least 3 to give me 5. 5 marks. 3 different ones to give me 5 marks. And I can go with that. I could do 5 and 5, but I don't know how long my hands by arthritis can take shuffling these cards. Because they're pretty big. Uh-oh. Finances. I keep wondering why finances ain't keep on popping out. You should. Trees. Getting out of nature. I do really connect with my nature spirits. I really do. So it's crazy that they haven't came out before. But the good thing, here we go again with male, female. The good thing about it is that I'll be able to see how any of this ties into the next cards that come out. Ooh, I'm hot. Oh, my leg. That just felt so weird. Like, y'all understand how your temperature, your temperature be off. It messes with your temperature. Wisdom is here again. Three for wisdom. Make me wise. Come on, soul consciousness. Show me the wisdom. Show me the wisdom. Atlantis is here again. Atlantis is here again. So that gives us a 5. Atlantis has a 5, guys. Atlantis has a 5. That feels really, really good. Like, to know, like, okay, What is my soul consciousness need me to know about my past life? That's gonna, here we go again with the love life. Yes. See, you don't understand how this is like making it make it make sense. That's what this is about. What all I've been through. Make it make sense. Orphan. Issues with parents. Not feeling a sense of home. Or connecting to family. That's what I take from that. Yeah. That's crazy. Absolutely. And I've yet to build my own big family. I feel like I should be building my own big family. I should have been doing that this lifetime. That's what I'm saying. Monk or none. Monk or none, child. We have 4 with the monk or none. 4 with the monk or none. Knighthood. So maybe something Freemasonic or whatever. Freemasonic. Who knows what that means. And the guidebook is pretty good. Kind of giving you a breakdown what that means. But that was a different card. But it's not different. It's different in this moment. But when I have meditated with these cards before, because it all has to do with my love life. It all has to do with my love life and my money and my health and my home. Every time I tap in these cards, I'm in a deep thought about that. Give me a jump. Clear jumpers, please. Thank you. Celtic. Celtic is here again. We got 4 for Celtic. I mean, that was Greco. My bad. You don't get no freebies. You gotta come out and be real. That was for Celtic. Okay, so 2 for Celtic. Celtic cross. So something about Christianity. Mother. See? I was a mother in a past life. Yes. Motherhood, family. I like that one coming up. You see how excited I got about that? And I just talked about having my big family. And look, I had 2 kids. I know I had a son. In another life, I had a son. This life, I have a daughter. And I always wanted at least 3 kids. So it's like I feel really, heartbroken just to see that come out. Like I wanted my kids. Greek are my babies. Greco-Roman. Okay, so I could have just left it there, but it wasn't time. I feel really heartbroken. I wanted my children. I wanted my family. Father, here it is again. Father. Mother, father. Man, woman. Father is here. And it's crazy how that's not what was so potent for me to look into. So what this is going to let you see is what is most dominating. What needs to dominate and stand out so you can go further, go into depth about it. Okay. Lessons and blessings. Mm-hmm. Okay. Finances. It's certain ones that I'm like, why finances ain't popping out? Why motherhood ain't popping out? Because I already know what kind of cards is in this deck. So I was like, what? Okay. What is that? Arts. The arts. American, Native American. Native American. I have been really looking at a lot of Indian chiefs and Indian and I've been looking at the eagle a lot, the buffalo, trees. When I'm looking at diamond paintings. Trees. This is very illuminating, guys. spirituality and religion. Okay? Very, very, very illuminating. And so far, I've only got 5 on Atlantis. So we're going to keep going until we get some 5s all across the board on at least 3. At least 3. And depending on what that 3 is, I want to build from that. Okay? Ships. Ships is here again. Ooh, child. Ships. Trees is here. I hope I wasn't hung in a damn tree. Because I'm starting to feel some kind of way about the trees. Scribe a writer. Atlantis again, dang. Atlantis is want to talk. What is it about Atlantis? Where was Atlantis at? Did I live there? What are the people that... Spirituality and religion. 3, 4, 5. Angels. Wow. Angels. Hi, guys. All right. Angels have 5. Angels in Atlantis. Everything, they both start with A's. Baby. Look, my baby. Baby. Aww. Communal living. Baby. Food and hunger is here again. Leaving or traveling. Tell y'all. Here's something about that. So, was it traveling and leaving or traveling or just traveling? That's crazy. Did they have it 2 different things? Because I see traveling. See, that seemed like that should have been 1 card. I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember. No, it had a train on it. So maybe it's the leaving one. And travel by train. I don't know. What is that? My CBD is definitely kicking in. Especially now that I've partook in a meal. My CBD is kicking in. So we have Atlantis for 5. Angels for 5. So Atlantis and angels. Biblical. Yeah, they be trying to say that I'm biblical times. Wisdom. Wow. This must really be a wise soul, right? I mean, if none of monk came up, gotta be. Okay, so I'm 4 for wisdom. And I think this has like 30 cards. I can't remember how many got in here. Lessons and blessings. There's 3 for lessons and blessings. Divine timing, I'm seeing it with that clock. Phobias. Yes. Yes, that has been a part of this lifetime. Fear. Oh, that shit gets on my nerves. I got them this lifetime too. Male, female. So was I a damn cross-dresser? I be tickling myself. Oh. Atlantis, y'all. What's going on with Atlantis and me? Talk to me, baby. We at 7 with Atlantis, y'all. Whoa, whoa. The arts. Wow, man. How did Atlantis come out that many times? Trust and faith. You gotta have faith in me. Tonight, I got you move real close to me, baby. Whatever you wanna do, it's alright with me. Communal living. Three on communal living. Whatever you want, it's alright with me. What is Atlantis? Let me start reading about Atlantis, y'all. Oh. Let me start reading about Atlantis. Let me start reading about Atlantis. Let me start reading about Atlantis. 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 Let me start reading about Atlantis. Let me start reading about Atlantis. 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 Let's see what AI got to say about Atlantis. Let's see what AI got to say about Atlantis. What does AI have to say about Atlantis? Atlantis is a legendary island civilization first mentioned by the Greek philosopher Plato. Food and hunger. Around 360 BCE, according to his dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, it was a powerful technologically. I told y'all, scribe or writer. I told y'all, technology's already been here, always been here. Scribe or writer. It was a powerful, technologically advanced naval empire that sank into the ocean in a single day and night of catastrophe after falling out of favor with the gods due to its people's greed and hubris. What the fuck is hubris? I never use that word. What is hubris? Ow! Oh. What is hubris? Define hubris. Excessive pride or self-confidence. In the Greek tragedy, excessive toward or defiance of the gods leading to retribution or nemesis. Ooh. Was I part of that? Did I do that? Did I do that? Plato's account. Plato claimed the story was passed down from the Athenian Ismin Salom, who reportedly learned it from Egyptian priests. He described Atlantis as an island larger than Libya and Asia Minor combined, located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, the Strait of Gibraltar nowadays. The creation legend states the sea god Poseidon created the city for his mortal wife Cleito. Who the hell is Poseidon? And he had a mortal wife? Is he a giant? Who is Poseidon? Poseidon. Poseidon was the Olympian god of the sea storms, earthquakes, and horses, a powerful and often ill-tempered deity in ancient Greek mythology. He was the brother of Zeus and Hades. And after they overthrew their father Cronus, the three brothers drew lots to divide the world, with the sea falling to Poseidon's dominion. He is known for his volatile nature, which mirrored the unpredictable sea, and his weapon and primary symbol was the trident. No wonder I'm interested in the trident. How? What's going on here? Key aspects of Poseidon. Poseidon presided over all the waters, including rivers and floods, and was known as the Earth Shaker. Enosigaos. Enosigaos, due to his ability to cause earthquakes and tsunamis by striking the ground with his trident. He could also gather clouds, call for storms, or grant a successful and calm voyage to seafarers who won his favor. His most recognizable emblem used to control the sea and shake the earth, the trident. The horse. Poseidon was considered the creator and tamer of horses, and the animal was a prominent symbol associated with him. Bull. The bull was also a sacred animal, often used for sacrifice in his honor, particularly in Ionia. And the dolphin. I was looking at those dolphins. Oh my gosh. Associated with the calm sea and a symbol of Poseidon as a protector of mariners. Cecrops, who chose her as the patron goddess. Athena. That's why I'm always talking about the clash of the Titans. The Trojan War. In Homer's Iliad, Poseidon supported the Greeks against the Trojans, partly due to a grudge against the Trojan king Laomedon, who had refused to pay him, and Apollo for building the city's walls. The Odyssey. Poseidon was the nemesis of the hero Odysseus. After Odysseus blinded the Cyclops, Polyphemus, Poseidon's son, the god, cursed Odysseus to wander the sea for 10 years, sending storms and obstacles to delay his return from home to Ithaca. Okay. Okay. So Poseidon created the city for his mortal wife Cleito, because she was human. It featured a layout of concentric rings of land and water with a grand palace at the center. The fall. After the Atlanteans attempted to conquer the Mediterranean, they were defeated by an early version of Athens. Shortly after, cataclysmic earthquakes and floods caused the entire island to submerge. Could that be what the flood is actually talking about? No wonder I be freaking out when I see all the water. That shit makes so much sense, man. Look at the pictures. It makes sense. This is a city under the water. It makes so much sense on why I be cringing. Look at everything is underwater. I cringe. But what I was about to say, Could that have been what the actual floods was about? And not, excuse me, the entire earth? But anyway, this is what they're saying the city looked like on top of the water. That's why I don't like beaches. Like, look at that. The whole city under the water. Mm-mm-mm. That shit crazy. I like that picture. I like this picture. Get that picture there. Wow, this shit crazy as hell. Are you fucking serious? No wonder I've been using that trident. It's like, why do I don't even question it. I just start doing shit. And I don't question it. I let it be, let it be. But I've been definitely using that trident a lot. Here's another picture of it under the sea. Look at it. This is Atlantis under the sea. Wow. Oh wow. Check it. Check it. That's Atlantis. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Hmm. That's beautiful. Ooh, child. Sleep hit me strong, man. You take me a little nappy nap. I guess I'm gonna make this part 1 with these cards right here. And then we'll come back to part 2. Because I want to keep this going. I really want to know what's going on in my life. Because I don't know about y'all. But with this health, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. So I need to find out all I need to do. All I need before I check out. Because I'm tired. I really am tired. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like all this struggle has been beating up my youth. My youthful spirit. Lessons and blessings. All right, we have 4. Lessons and blessings. Oh. I have never understood how people be on live stream and have people coming into their live looking at them sleep. Vows. Vows. That was a new one that came out. So we just talked about Atlantis, y'all. A little bit. Wars and Battles is here again. Ooh, these cards. They really hurt my hand. So Wars and Battles is at 4. Atlantis is the only one that's tipping, that's taking over everything. Oh, shit. Let's see, is there any more information about Atlantis? Most historians and scientists consider Atlantis to be a fictional allegory created by Plato to illustrate his philosophical points about the dangers of an imperialistic pride. No geological or archaeological evidence has ever confirmed that Atlantis actually existed, as it was described. However, various theories suggest it may have been inspired by real historical events. Okay? So, Thera Santorini, a massive volcanic eruption around 1600 BCE, devastated the Minoan civilization on Crete, which some believe inspired the legend. Halit, a Greek city that was swallowed by an earthquake and tsunami in 373 BC, just years before Plato wrote his dialogues. Black Sea flood. Some speculate a massive flood around 5600 BCE in the Black Sea region could be the origin. So they don't even know. Okay. The name is also used by famous luxury destinations like the Atlantis, Bahamas, and Atlantis. The Palm in Dubai. Okay, so I guess I'll get off of here and go watch some information about Atlantis. And I'll be back with part 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Transportation. Oh shit. They got traveling and transportation. I could have sworn I seen this train earlier. Was that what I wrote? And it said transportation. Let me see. That's weird. I'm going to put transportation above travel. And I'm going to write it. I thought I wrote this down. That train come out once before. We're going to put it too. That's weird. Could have sworn that I wrote it down. What you in there messing around with, girlfriend? Communal living. Mm-hmm. 4 for communal living. Biblical. So guys, I'm going to be coming back for part 2. 3. You doing laundry? So Celtic came out again. Egypt. Egypt shut over, baby. Down, 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 down. Down, down, down. Egypt is the place to be. Egypt. There's another way I can do this as well, but it's going to take too long. It's going to take too long, but I can do it. So behind the scenes, what I want to do, I really want to get some strong definitives on everything. High priestess or priest. And what I'll do is, I think I'm going to do it on the app. And the spin the app, spin the thing in the biggie. Yeah. And I'm going to do it that way because I want some profound answers. Okay, so I did that was a 13. So we're increasing the number. We went from 7 to 10 to now we at 13. like it. How you move real strong with me, baby. My energy's waning. Feel a trance coming on. I feel a trance coming on. I feel a trance coming on. That's why I tell you, when they about to put me in a trance, I get so sleepy I can't fight it. So I might be getting off. I'll be back for part 2. By the time I come back, I'll be doing the spin the wheel, and then we'll be stepping into the other oracle. Because that'll make it easier. I can just hit the button. And I ain't got to hurt myself with this. Imprisonment of slavery. So I'm definitely going to do that. Spin the wheel. But I got a better way of doing it too. Celtic. Ah, shit. Celtic. Yeah, you making everything colorful. Unrequited love. The random app helps as well. So this is straight by hand, just so I can feel the energy. But the energy is taking me out. Taking me out. Communal living. There we go again. Okay, communal living has 5. Atlantis and communal living. Lessons and blessings. Okay, lessons and blessings has 5. So now what we're going to do is, who has 5, we taking them out. Who got 5, we taking them out. That's how we going to do it. Angels has 5. Did Celtic have 5? Atlantis is not up here. Celtic. Okay, that's what we'll do. On the next round, we're going to take them all out. This is the 13. This 13 card spread. A 13 card pull. And then on our last round, to make this shit make more sense, we're going to take out the ones that already had 5. That's what we're going to do. Makes sense. Trees. We doing it this way. I'm going to keep going, y'all. That little trance that came over me was gone. It's gone now. It's leaving. Because I wasn't thinking I was going to keep on going. I was like, oh, God. Everything's getting slow. It's getting slow. Okay. And then I'll be back here snoring. The trance is trying to come on further. Father has 3, mother has 1. Father has 3, mother has 1. Baby has 2. Authority figures. See how she changing up? Then I went into the 13 card spread. And as you can see, the different cards that come out shows you how these other cards are inside the deck as well. One more of this. No, it's going to be a 13. Angels are here. Ooh, my angels. My angels got 6. Leaving or traveling. That's what it was. It was leaving or traveling. That had 2. That should have had 2. Leaving and traveling was already put. So yeah, that's 2. Yeah. But maybe it had 3. I don't know. I don't remember. Am I leaving or am I going? Is it going to be hot or is it snowing? Which one it is? Native American. Native American has 4. Girl, yeah, we gotta take a break. Let's do it again. Mid shuffle. Orphan. Okay, guys, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break. I'm gonna put these all in my spin app. And then when I come back on part 2, we're gonna continue this to get the dominant energy. Hopefully we will be super successful in that, getting that dominant energy, and we'll be able to slide on into I'm gonna go ahead and make that thumbnail too. Slide on into the Uncover Your Past Lives Oracle and continue to try to create this template for past life regression readings. Okay? All right, love you guys. I'll be back. Peace.